Right, Bo, have you heard about the flags? I know you have. We've spoken about the flags. Operation Raise the Colours, been a resounding success. But we're here to talk about the pushback, which was inevitable in all of its many forms, and also the fact that it has been a resounding success. I think it's worthwhile covering this as it is a developing, ongoing situation. Lots of people have been saying it's the quiet revolution, and I would agree with that to quite a large element. I think it is an act of dominance and defiance. I mean, I've been saying it's an act of sheer dominance. It's especially with the St George's flag being used specifically. It's no, the English are raising the England flag in England as a sign to say this is our land, not yours, it's ours, which I like specifically. But not everyone's liked it. Not everyone's liked it because, of course, we're getting the predictable pushback, I guess. So have you seen this? Have you heard about this? This is our usual bit, isn't it?
Yeah, I've seen a bit of it. It's the usual suspects, isn't it? It's people that aren't native to this island or are perhaps even second or third generation, but their identity is wrapped up in a foreign land and a foreign identity, and they can't abide that England is a thing or was ever a thing. And any element of patriotism, much less nationalism, is just beyond the pale to them. They pretend that it's dangerous in some way. Of course not. You know, classic people like Narinder Kaur or something just can't stand it. Well, too bad. Too bad. We exist. That flag exists. We're not going anywhere. So perhaps you should deal with that.
I think I replied actually to Narinder Kaur on her segment because she appeared recently on LBC, because all of the racists have been wheeled out by leftist media today to cover this story. As per usual, their talking points are just pure racism against the ethnic English. And they're like, oh, it's there's something sinister about it. It just doesn't feel right. It's like, yeah, because you're not English. Actually, Narinder, as much as you proclaim, that you're British, you feel uneasy around it because you're not English at the end of the day. That's why. That's why you feel uneasy, because you're a stranger in this land. You know that this is our land, and you know that you've pushed people too far. This is the penny dropping, I think, for a lot of people. This is them going like, oh, actually, shit. You could have just been a guest, You could have just arrived, been very well behaved, and it would have been okay. But didn't want to go that road, did you? Didn't want to go down that road. We've got some great examples. I mean, this was just pure gold. I love the fact, right? I mean, this is disgusting that they've come out so quick to remove it. But in the UK, for those watching abroad, we have these roundabout systems, because I know America actually doesn't really have roundabouts, and so roundabouts it's a way to keep a flow of traffic at a junction, basically. And sometimes there's mini roundabouts. They're just smaller versions of a big roundabout. Not trying to condescend to anyone, but just a quick explanation. And a lot of them are white, and so because the St George's flag is the St George's cross, it's so easy to do because it's just two red lines, really, isn't it, on white background. People have taken it upon themselves to create the St George's flag on all of the mini roundabouts. There's been a few of them, which I think kudos, round of applause to people that have done that. But yeah, Birmingham Council, straight out there to
top
deface
priority.
But exactly, right? I mean, so I've stopped this thing from looping because it was giving me a brain hemorrhage. But it says Birmingham Council can't collect bins. Strictly speaking, it actually isn't Birmingham Council. They sort of obviously have subcontracted the bins out to another company, I think, anyway. In all of these waste disposal companies are not the actual council. But the point stands, right? Not necessarily, the point itself stands is that the ability for the infrastructure of the state to mobilize itself is actually really rapid when they want to do it. They can't fix potholes, right? You know, the police can't come out and see you. They can't come out and investigate things, but they can come out if you've said naughty words. And they will, mark my words, Birmingham Council, oh yes, they will come out and fix this because this is important to them.
Yeah, somebody drew 2 red lines across a mini roundabout. All alarm bells ringing. It's a tiny, tiny indication that someone out there might be slightly patriotic. Can't have that. No, can't have that. Can't stand for it. This is not an English city anymore. It couldn't be plainer, could it? It could not be plainer. Meanwhile, the number of Pakistani flags or Palestinian flags or whatever it is, all over the place, they stay up.
Yeah, sure. Well, this was a really good tweet. Tower Hamlets Council logic: okay, Palestine flags; not okay, England flags.
Right.
And there's now, so this I think is worth watching. There's a few of these videos floating around of these people being confronted that are taking the flags down. One especially is actually quite a good one.
So who's asked you to do it? Council. Yeah, who's your boss that's asked you to do it? That's authorised you to go and do it. Town hall. Yeah, what's his name? I'm not find that out quite easily. No, but I want you to tell me his name. So you're on the front line made to look like a complete and utter idiot. Right. Yeah. Because if you're here, the whole of the Isle of Don has paid for these flags to be hung, for you to authorise them to be taken down. And you're out here on the front line. I'm not going to argue. You can't argue, mate. You've tried to steal them. Officer, the rest of our flags that we have bought with our own working money, he has thrown in the bin. I want them back. That's theft because of your refusing to give back the flags. That's theft. They can be where they want. What about when all the Palestinians are what?
I think the most egregious, or one, this is Tower Hamlets, obviously the belly of the beast in London, right? Like it's like, I don't know, ground zero for this kind of situation. But this guy's wearing a bloody flag on his head. This guy's wearing a flag on his head, and he gets narky with him. He's like, and what? It's like, you don't want to know, and what? You don't want to know, and what? Yeah. It's not the situation you want to push.
It's plain as day, isn't it? It's plain as day. Like what side people are on. The question of what will the sides be in any sort of future conflict. Everyone knows what side it will be. Come on.
I think you might be. Are you referencing a certain tweet that populated earlier? I may have seen you replying to.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows. Come on. If and when their paramilitaries come through your neighborhood, they'll decide what side you're on.
Yeah.
You'll know what side you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's again Tower Hamlets. You're quite right to call it sort of the belly of the beast or ground zero or something. Yeah, absolutely captured by foreign people. 100%. One of the worst places in all of London. Sorry, go ahead.
The mayor. I don't understand how the mayor was able to be elected again, because the mayor, Iftar, his name is, obviously, was done for election fraud not too long ago. And then got had to take a hiatus from it, and then managed to stand again. Apparently, that's a thing that we do now. You can get screwed for election fraud and not be banned for life. Like, what?
And that people voted for him. Just pure election fraud. That's another thing that comes from the third world.
Yeah.
Loads and loads of election fraud. No respect whatsoever for the process. Zero.
None. None at all.
It's just another mechanism, another process to be subverted and perverted and turned to their advantage and to be made a mockery of. Yeah, you see the people take it down. It's quite simply our racial and tribal enemies and the few boomers, the odd like lefty, commie, pinko boomer. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, and you see articles like this. So funny. The flags are believed to be going up as part of Operation Raise the Colours, an online movement backed by far-right figures, including Stephen Yaxley Lennon, also known as Tommy Robinson. Well, I actually think it's really important to note here, The Independent, quite a comical name considering there's literally no independent thought there. No, this was actually, I mean, I don't think it was like an online thing. This was a really organic thing that just sort of popped up. People, yeah, it was populated or popularized via it being online and people seeing it. But no, it's not an online thing. This is just done really, really well. And it's I think what these idiots, these absolute tards, fail to recognize is that the mood of the nation, the mood of the English, is palpable. You can feel it. You can cut it with a knife. It's like, you can try and subdue it, but all you're doing, and we go back to that pressure cooker reference time and time again, you're just putting a little bit more. You're just holding it on for a little bit longer. No. The tide has completely turned now. The seal is broken. We've done a few videos on the migrant protest. We said that the seal's broken. This is all part and parcel of exactly the same thing, exactly the same situation. It's that seal being completely broken now.
Yeah, we've had enough. Our demographic has been profoundly changed, at least to some degree, probably forever. The amount of crime, not just violent crime, like organised crime, absolutely through the roof. The amount of sex crime committed against our women folk is absolutely despicable and disgusting. And it's gone on for years and years and years and years. And we've been ignored, ridiculed, gaslit for years. And it should be coming to an end. It really should. And this is just one more. All we need really is like the boomers, not the boomers, sort of the normies. A groundswell of normies to vote for, probably in the first instance, Reform and Nige, and then whatever party comes after that are real nationalists, to actually clean up the situation and deport a few million people and clear out the institutions that have been perverted. It can be done. It can be largely, almost entirely reversed, almost entirely. And I hope we're just at the very beginning of this process. Yeah, it seems like the flag thing is part of the awakening.
Well, I want to finish on this because this has been the response by mainstream media, and I think it's you're going to groan at this guy. Yeah, I know. We all know this guy. This is an absolute clown. Kahindi Andrews, professor of Black Studies at Birmingham City. Right, a few things. I mean, just complete racist, absolute racist.
Yeah.
And I replied to it with that. Why are you platforming a racist? Boom. That's it. Follow me for more spicy takes. But worth taking a look at, because this has been the response today at the time of recording, the 19th of August, is that all of mainstream media has wheeled out these idiots, like actual idiots, to have this conversation over it, and they don't get it. They don't get it. And I'm overjoyed by the fact that they don't get it, because it means that they literally cannot do anything subversive with it. They can't contain it. They can't look at it from a psychological perspective and do some form of a psyop to get people on board. You can't. You don't understand it, and you're so out of touch. It's mental. And so I'm overjoyed by the fact, because it means it will just go on. It means that actually what you said with respect to the normies, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So I thought we'd just watch this because I want to hear your groans, and I'm sure other people want to hear it as well.
Well, I think this is the problem. It's not that the far right have co-opted the flag. It's the fact that we don't seem to understand what this country is and the history of these symbols. So both of these flags which you've displayed here, those are the flags which flew on ships, which enslaved my ancestors. Those are the flags which the British Army marched into places like India, Pakistan, Bengal, Africa, and colonized 25% of the world. The reason the far right picks up these flags and has consistently, since the 60s, 70s, since my parents' generation have been in this country, is because these flags represent the racism which they are putting out into the world. And I would just point out, this campaign of putting these flags up, this is not some benign, let's just be patriotic. Go and search, Operation Raise the Colors, and you'll find the same far right Little England, this nonsense spewing about all the migrant hotels. So it's all this. That's what that's about. People aren't putting up this flag to celebrate Britain. They're putting up this flag to remind us that Britain is white and we shouldn't be here.
Okay. Well, I think
So I'll give him this. He does get it partially right. He does get it partially right. The nonsense of why he disagrees with the flag is plainly just because he's a racist moron. But he does get it partially right. Is the flags are being put up as a statement of dominance because they are. They are. So he does get that bit partially right. He's a little bit. He's getting there. He's getting there. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, this is our country, and we'll put our own flag up if we like. Pal, if you don't like it, on your bike. No, this dude's the definition of a race baiting grifter, of a fifth columnist. It's a definition of an enemy, a racial and ethnic and tribal enemy. He's here purely, or his career anyway, is purely just to race bait.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, that's one thing in and of itself. That the mainstream news, what is this? ITV, is it? Good Morning on ITV.
Yeah, I don't know. Good Morning
Britain. They'll put him on. But of course they do. Him and people like him are staples of theirs. Just like Narinder Kaur or whoever. There's actually quite a few of these people. Some of their go-to people. And it's just disgusting. I had enough of it. Like, talk about the flags that were on the ships that enslaved his ancestors. I doubt it, actually. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. For a start, the Royal Navy fought in on the high seas against slavery for a long time, and then before that, wasn't long before there was a union. Before there was the Union Jack. So just completely ahistorical, as always. These people know just enough history, just enough incorrect history to race bait, to make the race bait seem plausible to people that really don't know any history. It's disgusting. We don't need these people. We don't need them in our country at all. Certainly don't need them on TV. Big part of this, if and when we win, whatever that really means, all the TV producers that keep putting these people on, they've got questions to answer.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That they'll never ever put on like a hardcore civnat, let alone an FNAT. Never ever put them on. Never.
Yeah.
But they'll have two commies talking to each other.
Yeah, Ofcom needs to be completely abolished. I mean, this is all just utter drivel. It's utter nonsense. Oh, they were on the ships that came to enslave my ancestors. Did they? I wasn't aware that Dahomey, what is now modern day Benin, worked as part of the British Empire, mate, because that was Africa, you know, with a slave king that had rituals and festivals where they slaughtered all the slaves. Because, funnily enough, that's they got their supply from somewhere, mate. And yeah, it was Dahomey pretty much. So I don't see you bitching and moaning about that, you scumbag. Well, whatever.
These people are filth, and they're losing the argument, or have lost the argument, and I think they know it.
That's done.
And the native English. This is just the beginning of the process. Yeah, we'll put up some St. George's flags if we want, and your attempt to deride it or make out that there's something wrong-headed about that. No, not really listening anymore. Not really listening to that. Not going to have that. Next thing, anything else?